Yeah, so let's talk about sniper business.
You see, business is all about being able to adapt. You got to learn how to roll with the punches. I'm going to need you to pop up and give me a 20 on them.
What?
On a personal level, I think that character is my favorite character to play. You know, like
that specific one or just that kind of guy?
That guy, like, you know, and he shows up in a couple, like he's, you know, it's the same guy in that Asian hooker business.
Right. Yep.
Prostitute. And, like, right. And then the runners where like Zach and I are constantly like, pick him up for the next season. Like to me, it's all the same guy kind of thing. Like,
you know, there was some Whitest Kids wiki or something at one point that was listing recurring characters, and they would turn those kind of things into recurring characters. They called that guy the boss.
Yeah.
The boss. And they had him as in like 4 or 5 sketches or something.
Yeah. I always have a lot of fun playing that guy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that Monty Python bit.
The Business Pirates?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What is that?
Is that Meaning of Life?
Yeah, because that's business people fighting and everything like that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and at the end when it cuts from you on the phone and then there's smoke and then you've got the mortar launcher, that does have a very surreal kind of feel to it too, kind of like that old sketch did, you know? So
yeah.
I think even if it's not maybe the one that makes me laugh out loud the most, I think it's like one of our coolest sketches, you know, because of like a lot of effects and like the weapons and stuff, you know.
It might be the most cinematic one we did.
Yeah. It's also one of the only ones we shot in LA.
That's true.
Wasn't there we needed an extra episode or something like that, so we had to shoot it in LA? What was the story there?
I think we were season 2, right? We were short, like we were like almost done filming. I think we shot 2/3 of the season, and then Jim came up and was like, "We are about an episode short of material. We've just done."
Wow.
We're like, "What?" So that's why we had that live episode.
Because so here's the thing that we learned from that about our own stuff, which is that usually you basically go a page of a script means a minute of time. That's the general rule. Or 45 seconds, like that. And so that's what we were going off of when we like wrote everything, and we're like, okay, we have enough for a season here. But then when our stuff, it's so much of it is yelling at each other so fast that basically a page is about 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
So we've had to use that calculation in everything we've done. Like even with this new movie, like, you know, like we sent the animation people the script. And they were like, "This is a 2-hour movie," and we're like, "It's not. It's an hour and a half." Like,
yeah.
but page-wise, it's a 2-hour movie. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I loved having the whatchamacallit, the blood thing. What do you call it?
Squib.
Yes, squib. Thank you. That was fun having to hook that up and spray blood all over the wall.
Well, it's funny. It's like it's because that shot of you getting shot in the eye and then the blood being on the wall, like.
Yep.
We had no budget to do these episodes. Like, I think we had something like, I think every season we had a $2 million budget to do 10 episodes. So, it's,
right.
You know.
Dude, I thought it was way less than that, man.
I think, I think 2 million is where we got to by the end, you know, but I think we were doing every episode for $200,000, which in television is nothing because you have to like talk about crews and everyone. Like,
and everyone has to get paid
everything. Everyone has
to get paid out of it.
It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't when you come down to like shooting with, you know, you can't do a production without like tons of people and like drivers and stuff like that. So like
we had to shoot like half an episode a day. You know?
And Darren alone costs $100,000 an episode.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry.
So like, but so we were just using very basic, like, I mean, the you getting shot in the eye is an effect that we did post.
CGI,
Yeah, you know, and then we just smeared like red paint on the back of your head as you slid down.
Well, but there was a blast thing because they had a thing hooked up to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
There was a little tubey thing that like sprayed a little blood. Because when you see me, if you watch that shot, Ian, the eye thing is clearly in post, but there is a blood spray, and that was real. That was in camera. So yeah, that was they had like a whole thing hooked up. That's why I had to kind of walk in sort of weird and not turn, you know, so that you couldn't see this fucking apparatus on the back of my head. Yeah.
This was a rare thing where we shot one sketch that day.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think because that is how it was made, I think we were able to like get more production value into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
because
not
usually
value, but,
usually
like,
a sketch is like 4 setups. 4 camera setups
Right.
generally. This one is like 12.
Was it really? Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
I don't know.
our sketches, we had to go so run and gun and so fast that we basically just did everything like a comic strip, where it was like, you got a camera, the people enter from the left hand, the left side of frame, they talk, they exit the right side, like, kind of.
If we have time, we'll do a 1 and a 1, but no.
Yeah.
When I was getting makeup for this sketch to come in and get my head blown off, there's this lady giving me makeup. I have these like long white eyebrow hairs that were growing, and I liked them. And this lady's looked at me. She goes, "Oh, you have such beautiful skin." And she's doing my makeup. She goes, "What is this?" And I'm like, "No, keep it. I like that." She just pulls all my white eyebrow hairs out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's that story.